Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I'm as fit as Fidel. Thank you so much for asking me. So, sir, actually, we are connecting second time. First time also we wanted to have session, but due to the some network problem, we were unable to continue our conversation. But so just because of my viewers, may I know something about you?
Of course. Thank you for the invitation. Anyway, we tried once and the conversation was not successful, as you said, due to technical glitches. And right, for your viewers, and I would like to give a little information about me. My name is Nuan. Maybe it may not be a familiar name for you,
Yes, yes.
because I'm connecting to you from Sri Lanka here, the southern part of Sri Lanka. uh, and I'm a teacher by profession, and uh, as well as I give tuition, private tuition,
Oh,
uh, in physical format. Uh, so I'm married and have 3 kids. So I love reading. I used to love reading books, but nowadays, as I have a lot on my plate, I can't read and much. Uh, I love watching YouTube videos on English contents. That's about simply about me.
yes. So your introduction is intriguing, really. So, sir, so do you want me to give my introduction?
I would love.
Okay. So, my name is Rimpi Chakravarti. I come from West Bengal, is a part of India.
Mhm.
And if I talk about, I'm also a part-time YouTuber, and I'm blessed with one child. Yeah, this is my short introduction. So, sir, as you told me that by profession you are a teacher. So today is Monday. Is your school day off today?
Now, I went to school this morning, and my school starts at 7:30 and finishes at 1:30.
Okay.
Okay. Usually, I am not available at this time around of the day because I give tuitions, and after coming home from school, my tuition classes start at 3:30 p.m. So I usually uh, I'm not I won't be available, uh,
This
because
time.
these days, in our schools, the first term test is being held.
Oh,
So so the tuitions classes are closed for
oh,
1 week.
okay. Okay.
So what
So
about the weather in West Bengal here there now?
in West Bengal nowadays it's raining. We are enjoying raining.
I'm experienced quite opposite. It's burning here. So
Oh,
I'm using my fan, right? Because
yes.
usually I come from the southern part of Sri Lanka, which is usually hot. But
Yeah.
these days it's really, exceptionally hot. We can't even sleep at night because even at night, we start sweating a lot.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Maybe that you will enjoy winter season in the month of June or July.
No, in Sri
It
Lanka
is
we
so.
don't. Yeah,
It is,
we don't have that kind of experience because we are just very close to this equator, like India, some part of
yes.
India. So it's a tropical country, and we never see snowfalls, or we haven't seen, uh, except on TV or movies, snow. We haven't
Yes.
seen.
Now the sun is in equator.
Mm-mm. What about West Bengal? It's usually hot or mild weather. Are there any places that the temperature goes down? Like you have to wear winter clothes like that.
Yes, in our side, it's like no, it's a eastern part. West Bengal is an eastern part of India. It's a
Mhm.
eastern part of India. So we enjoy both, winter and hot both. So, but in some places in our side, there is in hilly area, it's quite cold.
Mhm.
But weather, I can say that weather is pleasant.
Pleasant,
Not
yeah. Mhm.
yes. Nowadays, not too much hot and not too much cold.
So, are there any time phase? Is there any time phase that uh, it gets hot, like
Mm,
sweating,
right,
even?
no, in the month of June,
Mhm,
it feels like that it is very sweating. The weather is very sultry at
mhm,
that time
mhm,
in the month of June, July, and in the starting of October, we experience. We enjoy that at that time in our area in the starting no in the end of the October we can say that we enjoy winter season.
mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, I live in my location. Uh, it's called wet zone, right?
Oh,
Sri Lanka there are zones according to geological uh, conditions. There are you know countries divided. It's a small country, an island, and it's divided to wet zone, dry zone, like that. So I'm in the wet zone. So we usually have rainfalls, but at the
oh.
same time, this time around the year, it gets hot. So the weather
So
is
you
complete. Yeah,
the
weather
Sri
is
Lankan
complete.
people they never experience winter.
Yeah, yeah. So the weather is quite unpredictable here. So
Yeah.
it's hot today, but next week it starts raining and pouring down.
Oh.
Sometimes roads are flooded.
So sir, Sri Lankan people they believe in mythology.
I think people used to now, but I think this introduction of adventure of the mobile phones and technology. I think with the social media, people are I think losing faith on so uh, things like that, right?
Mythology.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think no, I see it in two different ways. Uh, Mythology is something, yeah. I personally don't believe in mythology or whatever, right? I believe in the people's power and their knowledge, their capability, and their thinking power, attitudes. I think myths and whatever, right? Those articulated things. I think they are they come with culture sometimes, and sometimes the environment matters
okay.
most.
एक second, sir. I'm just coming. Okay, just you give me a few seconds.
It's
Okay.
okay.
One has called me. That's why. Sorry for it.
It's okay. It's okay. I have just 15 minutes. No worries.
Okay. So actually, in Indian people say that there is in Treta Yuga there was a king, Lord Rama, and we
Mhm.
believe in God. So Lord Rama went to Sri Lanka and killed Ravana.
Okay.
Do you know Ramayana?
I have heard about Ramayana, and I think between these two countries, this story is inculcated. This story has been there for a long time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Usually, when I talk to people from India, they usually ask me about this. Do you know about the Ravana and his palace, right? Like
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
there's a place.
Golden place.
Yeah,
It was
if
made of gold. Gold place.
yeah, so we live in Sri Lanka, and some the very minority of people know about that. There's a small group of people who pray for Ravana here. Ravan, you call I think Ravan
Yes.
here. Yeah,
Ravana.
but people in Sri Lankan history and culture, we don't actually have places for him to know. We don't pray for him or whatever, right?
Oh,
But he's regarded as a powerful king
oh.
uh, who ruled the country when Rama was ruling in India.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but we what we know about him is it was very powerful. Yeah, even in films I've seen, the Ravan has been given a lot of power.
Yes.
Although he's an opponent or enemy, he's got superpower. Recently, I watched a movie about Setu, Ram Setu, I think.
Ram Setu, yes, Ram
That
Setu.
was a nice story, remaking that story, bring it back to the people.
Yes, that bridge, yes, that bridge was made by Lord Rama,
Hmm.
and that bridge connected from India to Sri Lanka.
Hmm. Yeah,
But you don't know, you don't have, you don't, you have less idea regarding all these things.
I know. We Sri Lankan usually, Sri Lanka is usually aware about, India, Indian culture, Indian food, and Indian cinema, Indian politics, whatever, right? We are closely related countries, and we have closely related political bonds, right? Whenever Sri Lanka is facing some
Depend-
problematic situations, India is always
India,
offering support, right? So there's a great connection between even people and even the two countries. So yeah, when I talk about the bridge you mentioned in history, yeah, but in Ramayana, or the Sanskrit scripts in books, the story is well famous, very famous. But go if you go through Google Maps, right, you can zoom up, right, uh, between Sri Lanka and India, the Pork Strait,
yes,
right, right. If you zoom in, you can see the bridge, which
yes,
yeah, yeah, shallow area between Sri Lanka and India. It's just like a bridge. So we can believe, if we put aside the historical mythology, right? Still scientifically we can prove it, right? There's a
yeah,
bridge. Yeah,
yes,
there used to be a bridge, right? There's
yes,
shallow area. Yeah, in between India and Sri Lanka, the closest distance is about 34 kilometers uh, in extent. So we can, still consider there used to be a uh,
bridge.
yeah, bridge.
Yes, now also these days also we believe that that bridge was made by Lord Rama, and still that bridge is in there,
Mm.
and that bridge is that rocks of that, floating rocks.
Mm-mm,
Even
yeah.
in our, yes, in our surrounded Bajrangbali Mandir, Bajrangbali, we believe it God Bajrangbali. So
Mhm.
Hanuman.
Yeah.
Okay, so that when that temple was built in our local area at that time, that floating rocks from took out from the that place, from that bridge.
Mhm. Okay, Rimpi, this is how I see, right? Religious, and those history. Sometimes, the historians, lit, uh, the literary masters, writers, authors, they usually give uh, this super powerful people who rule the country some, I think, superpowers when they create the image, right?
Yeah,
But I think the gods were ordinary people, but right, they don't. I don't believe that they are bigger than us, right? Uh, but I think this is. I'm sorry. This is what I believe, right? Yeah.
it,
If
it depends
people,
on person to person.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, 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 right. Because the authors, I mean, if they create an image of a god, um, like a human, normal human, ordinary average humans appearance, people would not god or stick to the religion or whatever. So when they create their images, statues, sculptures, I think it's not a bad idea to give like give several hands, right? Fearful look. It's okay because then only people obey the rules and start believing in the mm, in their path, in their teaching.
Yes.
So it's I have no problem with that, right?
Okay. Yes, yes, some people they believe in God, some people they don't believe in God. Like no, it doesn't matter if you are a if I'm a theist person, okay, I believe in God, and if you are a atheist, it doesn't matter that you don't believe in God. It depends on person to person, and we can't force someone that no gods are.
Yeah,
Some people like no, if I talk about that Western culture, that most of the Western people they are atheist, and they don't
yeah.
believe that God is exist.
Mhm.
They believe in scientific, that whatever they think like no, they always think it in the they always try to find the logic in according to the scientific knowledge. They don't believe in
Yeah,
God.
yeah. But I think still there are some points that even science has not been able to prove.
Yes,
So,
yes, that like no that what we mentioned that in the beginning, in the middle of our conversation we discussed regarding that bridge. So
yeah.
even yes, so there is no who made this bridge. Indian people we believe that Lord Rama, who was a king, and he made that bridge.
Mhm.
But Western, if I talk about that Western culture, Western people in America, London, they don't believe.
Yeah. But yeah. It's okay, no worries. I think it's way of seeing things in different
Yes,
ways. So we should respect each other, right?
yes, yes.
Mm-mm.
The way we think, we will get. Okay, so how is your practicing going on? Actually, we discussed something like
I,
religion.
I love this kind of going off the road when I have having a conversations. So then we can there are lots of interesting things then
Yes,
explore. We can
get
explore.
even we get to know so many things when we discuss something out of our box. Otherwise, most of the time speak randomly and random conversation, and we are aware about it, and we have lots of knowledge when we discuss like no random conversation. But when we do something out of our box, at that time we realize that where like no where we are lacking, because we're stuck in vocabulary, we're stuck
Yeah.
in to like no to make the sentence in a proper way.
Yeah. So we sometimes we run out of words and it takes times. Yeah, it is. Right. When we have a conversation, right, like we usually have with people, it's quite comfortable.
Yeah.
And because people ask the same thing about the journey
Yeah,
and everything every day. I think,
easy to give the
yeah,
answer.
I think this might be a issue for YouTubers like us, right? When they're uploading these conversations on YouTube, I think the viewers will see the same content every day and every day once again. So when somebody asks me to introduce me, sometimes uh, I am a bit reluctant because we every day we give the same introduction about ourselves. So yeah, because it's I can't uh, complain because everybody wants to learn and be fluent. So everybody thinks in the same way. It's a good thing anyway. Yeah, you asked me about my practice. It has been terrible because this is the second time I'm connecting with someone for the past 2 months, I think.
Okay.
So
After
yeah, because I was busy with the new year in December, sorry, in April this month. The 14th of April, we celebrated the Single New Year, which is the grandest, which is the most widely celebrated event in Sri Lanka. So
okay.
schools are closed usually, and so we usually paint our homes and go shopping for the new year. we make special sweets for the new year. So
In
it's
14 April, in 14 April, you in your country people celebrate New Year.
yeah,
In your religious,
yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can say it's about really.
even
It's
the
not.
it
Yeah,
although we celebrate New Year in the 1st January, no, all people all over the
all the way. Yeah, we do celebrate it too. Not in a big way, in a very small way.
yes.
Yeah.
But in
We,
the 14 April also we celebrate New Year.
14th April.
Yes, in our religion, we do worship and we buy new
What is it
clothes.
called? What is it called?
In our religious, we say it in Poila Boishak.
Uh-huh.
If you search it, you will get the
Okay. Yeah.
Poila.
Yeah. You'll be surprised sometimes, even in Sri Lanka. At the beginning we said, there's a strong connection between Sri Lanka people and Indian people. Right? There
Yes,
are some people, very minority, about 1,000, 2,000 people who speak Telugu in Sri Lanka.
yes,
There, you may have heard about, you know, like the architecture in Kerala, very
yeah,
similar to Sri Lanka. The houses,
yes,
even the rice fields, environment, very similar. The plants are very similar.
similar.
So
Yes,
they are, I mean, in the ancient past, maybe people from Sri Lanka and people from India, they might be, migrating through that so-called bridge.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
In Sri Lankan history, there are
yes,
lots of stories about the Indian
yes,
invaders,
yes.
Chola, Pandyan. They uh, they invaded Sri Lanka. There are some Hindu temples date back to 1,000, 2,000 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. So nowadays, there is any Hindu temple in Sri Lanka?
Uh, some, in Sri Lanka, there are some Tamil people, they go to Hindu temples. They are not ancient temples. But as I told you, 2000, 1,500 years ago, there were some Indian kings, rulers who ruled Sri Lanka. There's lots of evidence.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay, Rimpi, I have to, conclude this because I have to take my two kids from school, right?
Okay. 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 Okay.
So
Yes.
it was a nice conversation with you.
Yes. Yes. I really enjoyed a lot, and I have
Yeah,
learned so
yeah,
much in it. I'm very excited because this is
yeah,
the
yeah.
where I have connected with a person who belongs to Sri Lanka. I'm very excited, and I had a lots of question. I'm very curious to ask that question. I don't know. Did I?
Yeah, I too enjoyed the conversation because you smile all the time and give the other person a pause to have their thoughts. That's very admirable. Sometimes, when someone starts talking, they keep talking and talking, not leaving the other person to uh,
Chance? Yes.
yeah, articulate their thoughts. So that's a good point that I have seen you in you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, let's have another good conversation once again.
Okay, okay.
Till then, bye.
Bye, bye.
Okay.
Bye.